Alright guys, so my last recording got kind of messed up, so I have to just go through and tell you guys exactly what I did for each step, but I typed this all out before, but guess I'm just going to have to deal with it then. So first thing we do is go back to player attack, and we're going to be creating display damage and enemy health text that we're going to be displaying for the enemy. And this is just generic right now, it's nothing fancy, so don't get too excited. So yeah, we're going to be displaying the enemy health on screen through the enemy health text. And then what we're going to be doing in the trigger that we created is replacing the damage we did before, the basic 100 damage, and we're going to be creating random damage. So beforehand I went back to enemy health, or pretty much we're just going to call it player stats, and I created a couple new variables, minimum attack, max attack, and attack power. So this is what we're going to be using for calculating out our random damage. So when you level up, you could level these up and you'll be doing more damage when you attack an enemy. So we're going to go back to player attack and go through all this real quick. So I created a variable called random damage, and we're going to be using random.range, and then you plug in your minimum and your maximum amount of damage that you want to do, or number, whatever you want. So we're going to be accessing the minimum attack in the player health script. That's why we made it a static variable. And our max attack. And then after we're done calculating out our random, we're going to be timesing it by our attack power. Now you could use this with floats and get an even precise number that if you want to calculate it that way, but for this one we're just going to be using integers. So after that, this dot enemy health minus equals random damage. So the number we get after calculating all this stuff will go into this variable, which will then be plugged into here. So we'll subtract that. And then we want to display the text in the display damage text of how much we did. So every time we attack our enemy, there'll be a new random damage calculated and a new display. So yeah. After that, you want to create GUI text for your damage text and enemy health, and then you want to go into your enemy and drag and drop those texts to the according places and arrange them on your GUI wherever you want them. So we'll go in here real quick, and here's our enemy, and we can attack him, and you can see that we dealt 34 damage. Alright, we're going to try that again. Press 1, and we did 88 damage. So yeah, it does 44 damage, and then because of the attack power it does 88. But I mean, you can do whatever you guys want to do for your attack. That seems like a little high for an attack, because then we can go and attack again